Okay, so guys, follow along with me, please, on the marker board. Just go get a drink. Okay, guys, stay with me, please. I want you to turn this way so you can see the board as we go over these together. Okay, so first problem reads, a book is at rest on a tabletop. A free body diagram for this situation would look like this. Okay, so here's number one. It doesn't matter if you're drawing a book or a person swimming in a pool or two cars that collide on the highway. Okay, no matter what you're drawing a box, okay, to set your problem up. Okay, so for number one, you draw your box first. It says a book is at rest on a tabletop. Okay, is the book changing its motion? No, it's not. It's at rest. It's not moving. So are the forces going to be balanced or are they going to be unbalanced? Balanced cancel each other out. Okay, can somebody identify one of the forces that's going to be acting on the book? Jackie? Good. Gravity is one of the forces. Can you tell me what direction I want to make the arrow? Good. Okay. Now, eventually you're going to want to pay attention to how large you draw your arrows because that's going to show you not just the direction that the force is acting, but also the strength of the force. To remember, bigger arrow, bigger force, smaller arrow, smaller force. Now, it says the book is at rest. And according to how I've drawn this diagram here, it's not going to be at rest. If I just leave it the way it is right now, it would mean that the book would be accelerating down. Okay? So what do I need to do to make this problem correct? Shaka? Yeah, good. I need normal force going up. And do I want the same size arrow, a smaller arrow, or a larger arrow? Same size, good. And I've heard Shaka say that that's the normal force. So I'm going to label it that. Okay? So here my book's at rest, balanced forces cancel each other out. Okay? And that's for my first problem. Also, too, when you're drawing these free body diagrams, you're going to want to make sure that you draw the arrows away from the box, like starting at the box and drawing them out away from. Okay, someone in my third period class asked, well, why can't you draw gravity this way? And it makes sense. I mean, you think about anything that's affected by the force of gravity, it seems like it's pulling the marker down and making it hit the ground. And you're right, okay? But I mean, you're not really wrong to think that way. It's just later on in high school and college, if you take physics classes, it's just not the correct or accepted way to do it. And I think the reason they would probably say that is, why does this book fall because of the force of gravity? The book's affected by gravity because it has what? It has mass, okay? So that's why you start at where the box is and draw the arrow down from the box. Because if you take the arrow and draw it down from the top, what's it pulling on? There's nothing up here. Okay, there's no mass to affect. Okay? So let's look at the second one. It says, an egg is free falling from a nest in a tree. Neglect air resistance. What would a diagram for this look like? What does it mean to neglect something? What does it mean to neglect something? Richie? No? Jeff? Say it one more time. Not include it or ignore it. Good. So we're going to ignore air resistance. For the second one here, an egg is free falling from a nest in a tree. Okay. What direction do I want to draw my arrow? Robert, what direction do I want to draw my arrow? Down. Okay. And what's the name of the force that's pulling the egg down? Yep. Okay, so F, G. Anything else to draw? No, there's not. Because we're ignoring air resistance, you're only going to include the forces that are described in the problems. Okay, so there's nothing else to draw for number two. Okay, let's look at number three. It says rightward force is applied to the book in order to move it across a desk with the rightward acceleration. Consider frictional forces. So now friction is going to affect the motion of the book. Okay, what direction is the book getting pushed? To the... What direction is it going, Carmela? What direction is the book going in number three? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to draw my largest arrow to the right. What's the name of the force that's pushing the book? Anytime I'm doing a push or a pull, it's what? Nope. Abby, anytime I'm pushing or pulling something, what's that called? Force applied. Good. So I get my force applied here, and then it says that the table is pushing back against the book as I'm pushing it to the right. What's the name of that force that's pushing back against my push? Julia? Yep. How big do I want to make my arrow, Julia? Same size, bigger, or smaller? Yeah, good. And why is it smaller? Yeah, good. Okay. And it says in the problem it's accelerating to the right, speeding up as you're pushing it to the right. Okay. So the force applied is greater than the force of friction. Okay. Which problems are there balanced forces here? Which problems are the forces balanced so far? Abby? Okay. Any other ones? Are the arrows the same size in opposite directions? I just have one arrow here, right? So this would be unbalanced. And then what about this one? Unbalanced. Okay. Good. So we have two more, I think, right? Let's look at 4 and 5. Okay. 4 says, college student rests his backpack on his shoulder. The pack is suspended motionless by one strap. Okay, so this will be 4. So make a free body diagram to show this situation. Draw my box. Okay, what direction do I want my arrow to be? What? Okay. What's the name of the force that's pulling the backpack down? Okay, force of gravity is pulling it down. Now, is the book bag moving? Changing its motion, or the force is unbalanced? No, they're balanced. It says it's suspended. It's just kind of hanging there. Okay? So where do I need to draw my other arrow for number 4? Jacob, where do I need to draw my other arrow for number 4 to make the forces balanced? Yep. How big should I draw it? Same size, bigger or smaller? Yeah, very good. Do you know the name of the force? What's the one that works against gravity? Gravity pulls down, this pushes up. What is it? It's force normal. Okay, very good. Okay, let's do the last one here, number 5, coming down the home stretch. Okay, it says, force is applied to the right to drag a sled across loosely packed snow with a rightward acceleration. A free body diagram for this situation looks like this. Okay, draw my box. Which way is the sled moving? Okay, to the right. What direction should my largest arrow go? Okay, good. Do I have anything else to draw to the left? Okay, so I have force applied. I'm pushing the sled. Okay, the sled is moving through the loosely packed snow, and it's pushing back against my push, force applied. So it goes the other direction, and the arrow is much smaller, force of friction. Okay? Do you guys have any questions for me? So you're going to keep these as sample problems. The next thing that we're going to do is you're going to try some practice problems on your own. Okay? If you go into Schoology, underneath the link that we just did, there's free body diagram problems number 1 to 11. If you open that up, you're not doing 11 problems first off. Okay, you'll see that they're numbered 1 to 11, but after 1, 2, and 3, they have E's on them. Okay, that's because I consider them to be easier type of problems. Okay.